better, it's just getting worse. They'll stick you up for all your
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Rants and Tangents Podcast with Daryl Smith Jr.
Shayla.
Emery Parker.
And happy Sunday, y'all. Today is the Super Bowl. Anybody watching? I see Ray's all NFL'd up.
You already know, we about to be Super Bowl champions for the next, 6-7 hours, so I'm going to live in this glory until somebody else get crowned.
I was wondering why you were so garbed up with the Eagles. I'm like, okay.
Because I'm representing, fuck that. We still the champions until we figure out the outcome of this game.
Until what, 8:30,
Until about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So
yeah.
let me live in our glory for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else looked at me like I was crazy earlier. I walk in 7-Eleven, this chick look at me, she gonna do a double take. I'm like, it still equals all day. Fuck that. We still the champions in this joint.
I dig it. What about you, Shay? You watching?
For the commercials, yes.
It's a good reason to watch those.
And the last few years, were the commercials anything special?
I don't remember none of them.
Yeah,
I feel like I should
from last
they
year.
weren't special, but I'm holding on to a dream, you know. So.
Okay. How many more years you got in you just for the commercials? If
Might be
year's
this
not
one.
good?
This might be the last one.
I'm wondering.
Then it has to be other things.
I was thinking about it. Commercials was the reason. Then I'm like, last year I don't even think I attended to a commercial. I gave a fuck about commercials.
I was too into the game.
But
like,
then I'm thinking about, but that's the Eagles play. But
yeah.
then the year before that, I'm like, I don't think I remember any commercials. I remember there was a time where I did remember commercials from the Super Bowl for at least a year.
What's up? Was like,
Yeah, it was
you
bad.
know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
it became a whole, like a mini movement.
Exactly.
But no, I'm not here for it.
But you figure out what movies is coming out. That'd be the whatever big.
I already
movies
know
are
what
coming
I mean
out
on
there.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Like you, so now I have to admit, you was talking about a YouTube rabbit hole. I don't go down the same type of rabbit hole you go down. I'll start with like, I'll be on anime, I'll be on Breakfast Club, I'll be on motivation, I'll be on Buddhism. Then I see my rabbit hole just look different. So I'll be on the same shit you be on. Because I definitely be watching trailers for the new movies that's coming out. I'll be hip to all of the movies.
Yeah.
See? It don't have to be in the same way. You just find
But
yourself
it's just a
going
rabbit hole.
everywhere.
Like,
You
it's
just
a
like,
rabbit
hey,
hole.
You said you was talking about niggas whittling and whatever the fuck you know.
niggas was
Putting some
refurbishing
shit
shit.
together. Yeah,
But
like,
no, but that I just was talking about just how far you end up going. You like, how the fuck did I end up watching this video? And I really was sitting there watching it. It's just like.
Have y'all done,
bizarre.
what is it? ASMR? Have y'all watched any of those videos? So, it's just, and I never heard of it. I was talking to somebody and they were like, yeah, I'm about to put on ASMR and go to sleep. It's some auditory thing, but it's like weird sounds and people talk, they talk like this. Cardi B actually did
oh, yeah,
one.
whispering shit?
Yeah.
I have
And it's
heard
like
about this whispering thing.
scratching the mic because of the sound that it makes, or like scratching weird foods or rubbing foods together. Just a bunch of weird shit,
Rubbing
and
foods
everybody's
together.
just all types of things. Watching
These jokes
somebody,
again.
listening to somebody get a massage,
No.
all types of shit.
Is that why chiropractors cracking people's backs is now on my homepage?
Probably so, because it's some
I'm
SMA.
like, why the fuck is this on
something.
my Discover? I
So
don't give a fuck
watching
about
people
this
get their
shit.
back crack?
One of them was like 10. It was the title had to be something like 10 minutes of the loudest back cracking you ever heard at a chiropractor's office. I'm like, why the fuck
weird,
do
guys.
I care
It's
about
weird.
this shit?
It's weird,
Like,
but a
what
lot
happened?
of people are like doing it. It's weird.
It must be a thing. Now it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Cause didn't understand.
Oh no, I ain't know. No, I'm not hip to that.
It's weird.
I listen to like.
But people do it like I think they just watch them now to watch them. But most of them were for people to like go to sleep to like these weird sounds. Like for whatever reason, it calms their minds. This sound.
I can maybe get the white noise of it.
Yeah.
It's like I guess it's like white noise and just different little things, but it's not ASMR. But it's just like, just different sounds and vibrations. It's supposed to help you when you sleep, clear your passages out.
Yeah, it's that for people. They just like some peculiar sounds.
Yeah, whatever. But YouTube is definitely built that platform up to be like anything you're looking for. It's a one-stop shop. It's like Google for video.
I agree. If ever I need to like fix something, work on something,
You go right on YouTube.
Shit, I had to figure out how to put 2 controllers on my kid's Switch. Went right to YouTube.
Yep.
Figure out 5 minutes.
Everything.
Watch a 5-minute video, you're an expert.
I'm such a pro. I skip all that. Don't talk to me. I go right to where I need to find.
Right.
I'm so loved that they showed a video of it.
Yep.
So, that looks like what I need. Start right here.
Exactly. You become proficient in that shit. 5
I
minutes. That's all it
found
takes.
out how to fix shit in my car on YouTube. Like, oh, I need to go buy this using this tool. Yeah, I got it.
Exactly.
Everything.
I
Hit my
have
rims this
definitely done work on my car based on a YouTube video.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
a thing.
I'm doing some work tomorrow. Man, it's a little weather, bro.
Nigga learn how to bake on YouTube.
That too.
It's a university, dog.
YouTube U.
It's a university.
I used to call
That's
Google
gonna be nice.
University. Now it's YouTube
I
University.
don't like it.
What?
University's online.
You
Everything
like
online.
it?
I don't like it.
You don't?
No,
You
I
don't
don't
like
like
it?
everything being online. Like I don't like no. Connectedness. Let's get into this shit right the fuck now.
Okay.
I don't like all the connectedness because I feel like it took a genius to like put it all together, but it's making everybody else dumb. Like we are gonna be so relaxed and so easygoing and just like, oh, everything's gonna be done for me. I don't have to do anything. I don't need to use brain power. Why would I want to get smarter? It's silly. Somebody made this smart thing for me. It's gonna be fucked up at some point in time, and it's going to be brain powered. It's just like a few people's brain power is going to be controlling everything we do in a different way now. I don't like it. It's terrifying.
What I don't like about it is the vulnerability. Once upon a time, I dabbled in a little identity theft. So I'm like hyper vigilant on that. I don't know how to hack a fucking computer or hack your video camera or nothing like that. I know how to steal a password. I know how to create a password based off, information I know about a person. I just think about all that type of stuff. Like, people's video cameras in their homes are being hacked. What's next? My dad has a fucking oven. I'm seeing commercials for all types of shit. If you watch, like those entertainment TV shows, TMZs of the world, extras, all that, at the end of the show, they'll go to this website and you'll get a discount. And I see this fucking coffee maker that's a Bluetooth speaker, but it's not just a Bluetooth speaker. Take your phone call on here. You do this, you do that. I'm like, Bluetooths can get hacked. Now I don't know why you want to hack a coffee maker, but I understand why you want to hack a camera.
It's like one of those things where you ever seen in TV shows or on a movie where next thing you know your whole house is just jumping up and down and somebody is controlling everything in your house, like
turning your lights off.
Yeah, it's just going in that realm. I think.
That's why I will never be 100% connected in that way.
Yeah.
And not even, I'll keep it real basic. I can't do all of that. It's just too much exposure. I don't want to be that too far in the future. I'm not ready for the Justins.
Me either.
No.
That's scary.
It really is.
But they're going to be those old people that got to die
Oh, yeah,
60 years. That's like, I still like to have face-to-face conversations.
Yeah,
right.
What are you talking about?
What?
That's it right
You
there.
use words even? I'm on this
Thinking.
meme level,
What?
dog. Like,
That shit like the Fifth Element. Like, y'all actually laid down and
I
had
thought
sex still?
it was a problem.
Who does that anymore?
Because I didn't want to, like, talking on the phone. I'd rather talk to you face to face. Now you don't want to even talk on the phone.
No.
Just text me.
We're going to be those old
I'm a
people.
texter.
oh,
But yeah, I'm going to have to die because I'd rather talk to you face to face. I have nothing to say to you.
I still have
because there's this one episode. So in this episode, they created this thing that it records everything. Like you get it installed in the back of your ear, and it sees everything, hears everything, so you can always go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has its advantages. You're in an argument with somebody, and they said, "But you said this," and you say, "Did I? Did I?" Run the tape, and you can watch it. So it has its advantages, but people got so far into it, like this couple's having sex, but they're watching like the best time in their minds that they had sex together as they're like as they're physically penetrating, but it's not even what they're
So
seeing
they're
or
self-porn.
yeah. So far going.
Yeah.
So far going.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just so connected that you disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
But that be my whole stick on social media though. Like even just being on there so much, you forget what's going on in your real life, in your actual life, because it's just everything is, and you know everything is going on. Celebrities' lives, goddamn your favorite media personality or friends, associates, you know everything that's going on in your life. Meanwhile, you got a fucking cousin or a brother that's going through a hardship you don't know shit about because they're not posting on social media. Or it's like, yo, I ain't seen you on social media in a while. You good? Like, nigga, call me, text me. Like, what do you mean? It's just, I feel like we just become disconnected to our reality, living through our phones or whatever, just on a day-to-day. People spend hours and hours on social media.
Last week I spent 2 hours on my phone.
Last week I think I was 4 hours.
That's why yesterday, it wasn't that I was ignoring y'all. I'm on this disconnecting shit, dog.
Listen, I don't blame you.
I hit it hard. I posted it on fucking Instagram and literally got off.
You got off.
I was around.
Blank for a minute.
Like, it's too much. It's not too much for me. Honestly, I've never been a big follower of celebrities or people that present this lavish bullshit that I don't truly believe in. But even just feeling like, after a while, I was going to Facebook. I don't like Facebook, and we on it. And Instagram is more my speed. But I don't post shit, or not too often. And I don't like shit, or not too often. And now, the older I get, the more I'm not following strippers. So it's like, what the fuck am I?
I started too.
Yeah, like,
it's a bad thing. Like, you know what happened
I
to
don't
me?
even know. I don't care to see everybody's kids all the time. That's what my timeline be so much
too.
on now.
And it's like, I feel like I gotta give your kid a like. It's
I
just like,
know.
cause I love the kids.
I feel like I gotta give you
I
a
love
like.
the kids. But like as far as Instagram strippers and stuff like that, I really stopped doing it. Because
Yeah,
it just was like,
not that much.
why am I just looking
I mean,
at
I still got
ads
something
and
under
then-
the
No,
Cherokee
I just
stole on
I just started
list.
following like chicks that I just found beautiful. Like I
Some
follow
staples
like
just gonna be there.
Classics, you know.
Dig it.
I follow like Zoe Kravitz and shit like that. Like I follow chicks that
Oh, I
I
know
just
that
find
name.
gorgeous. Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Oh, light skin.
Yeah, he got the baby by from the
I don't care.
Cosby's.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, her. Like I follow chicks like that. Like Denise. Yeah.
Denise from the Cosby's?
What's her real name? Even her name is like alluring to me. I can't remember it. Lisa Monet.
Lisa Monet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, Lisa
Lisa
Monet.
Monet was Denise? No,
Yeah.
Denise was the other.
Denise
older
was
sister.
was it? I don't know what Lisa Monet's character
Oh, wow,
name
it's been
was.
a while, I guess.
It's been a while since I watched
But
it.
her, you know who we talking
Yeah,
about.
I know
Her.
exactly what you're talking about.
But yeah. I'm just thinking about J. Cole lyrics. That's why I had to take a But too young for Lisa Monet. There you go.
Well, I know that's who that is, but I
Yeah.
thought Diane was.
Nah, it was Denise. Diane was the other one, right? Diane
I
was
never remember the oldest one.
But she barely was on there after a while.
Yeah, Denise was Lisa
Yeah.
Monet.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's a different world.
Sandra, yeah.
Sandra was the oldest one that lived with Alvin, and yeah.
But yeah, like I just follow chicks that I just find attractive. Like, but it's not really for just look at their ass clapping the whole time. Like, it used to literally just be an endeavor. I just be sitting there taking a dump, just like, guys,
Ass
like
is everywhere.
Now I just be like, fuck that shit.
Then I started getting
I
bored
feel
with
weird.
it.
I just felt compromised.
You felt weird.
You know
I
what
felt
also
weird. I
made me
feel
feel
weird.
weird? When bitches start getting boyfriends. Like they be doing all this Instagram thought shit. Next thing I know, she in a whole fucking relationship. Now she don't want to post these pictures no more. Oh. Like, why am I don't care about your personal life.
That's the thing, bro.
It's just like your stripper coming to you to sit you down and talk to you about some real
here
shit.
for
Like,
ass
No.
and titties. I did not come here for love.
go get counseling
affection,
from
and
9
shit.
to 5, shorty. This is not
Nah.
that time. Can't
No,
really
you
see
got
shit
a
that is.
million followers with ass.
Like, listen, I know you're a human too, but at the end of the day, I don't care about your human life.
No, no.
Oh,
I'm
really
social
here for-
media.
I mean,
But see, yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah,
right? I
no,
don't care about
exactly.
anything else but your
Exactly.
ass.
Yep.
it was true though.
Actual and factual.
Mm.
Yeah, so I just worry about that, man. Not for myself, but it's letting me know what I want my kids to do. I want all my kids to know how to code. I want all my kids to be computer savvy. In case they want to be a criminal, in case they want to be something else, but that's what it might
I was criminal first.
Because, listen,
Criminal
I was
first.
so I just watched the Bill Street to talk.
They said maybe it's criminal, maybe it's to be something else. Like, that was, they didn't even have a name, dog.
And nothing
Because you
useful
steal
in
shit.
society is a criminal.
You can steal people's identity. That's what my mind
That's
first
the-
goes.
yeah,
But I
that's
just
the
watched the
scary
Bill
part of
Street
it.
could talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought it was good.
you
I
watched
liked
it?
it. Mhm.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
watched it.
I now want to read the book.
I know.
We can talk about it because there's also things I didn't like about it. But remember, they needed to get the money.
Mhm.
One dad was anxious or whatever. He was having a struggle with it. Like, how we gonna get this money? He was stressing. The other dad was just like, don't worry about it. The white man wants you to worry about money. You never worried about money before. I know how to rob. No, he said I know how to steal. I know how to rob too. That's how you know they selling garments. So my mind goes to that because it's like, quick money. I haven't had to do it in a long time, but if I had to do it,
Mm-hmm.
I know how to get some quick money.
Is this on Netflix?
And I want my kids, honestly.
No.
No. It's in the movies right now. I want my kids to know how to be thieves if they got to be thieves. Honestly, I do.
You want them to be resourceful.
Exactly. I want them to like
that.
You want them to be
the
Swiss
whole
Army
thing.
knives.
I want them exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want my kids to be criminals.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if
I want you to be
you ain't got no other way to make some
like,
money.
is it wrong to steal,
you know how to make money.
or should you
know how
just
to
die
do
of starvation? Like, is that argument?
Nope.
It was something in psychology.
One of your favorite movies is Aladdin. Aladdin would
thief.
never exist.
He was a thief.
Had he not stolen.
He's a street rat.
I'm saying you gotta do to eat.
I'm not against that.
Nor
At
am
all.
I.
Or you go to jail and eat your free meals.
That too.
Either way. You gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
Gotta eat to live, gotta still to eat. Otherwise we get along. Like, that is that simple.
Yeah, so it is what it is. That's what my mind goes there. Obviously, that's not the first thing I want my kids to be.
I know. It was just funny how the first thing that came out your mouth. I was just like, hold up.
You didn't even follow it up with something else.
Something positive.
It was literally a something
whatever.
else.
If they want to be criminals,
Get an
or
IT,
whatever,
I don't fucking know.
some other bullshit they want to do.
Sell them for $1 billion each, whatever you gotta do. Bro.
Nah, I like it. I'm scared robots gonna take over the world. You ever saw the movie Eagle Eye?
No, I thought you was going to go Matrix.
Matrix 2.
Or Terminator.
Terminator 2.
Like
Eagle
that.
Eye was like that too though. It was a computer. Literally one big ass computer brain just running the whole world. And she knew everywhere he was going. And he could not escape that shit. So he had to go confront it. Eagle Eye was shady.
You don't watch
The bull-
Travelers? So sorry.
No.
No, what's
You
Travelers?
asked us about that before.
Travelers.
But it all like it's just about that shit. Everything that I've been watching lately, it's just about regular stuff that just goes beyond itself. So it's about
Or iRobot, sorry.
IRobot. That's what I was thinking when you first said it. But so Travelers, it's people that come back from the future and they have the technology in the future where they can pinpoint the exact moment that a person is going to die, how they're going to die, and intercept them in that moment by transplanting the consciousness of somebody else into them at that very moment, and then they prevent their death and they keep going on living. But you imagine it changes things. But the future, all of this is happening because of a robot, like because of a computer program. Like all of it. This computer program is controlling everything because it has the ability to think about outcomes at a much more rapid pace than our minds could do. But it takes like the human component out of everything because all these humans are following this program. It's really interesting, and it's just about that. It's just about how it all is changing and stuff because you change history in the moment that this person didn't die.
Right.
So now it's all these things going on and shit is changing. The future that certain people left isn't the future that it is now
Right,
because
because
it's
that
all
person
just
didn't die.
changing exactly
That ripple
constantly. Yeah.
Like butterfly effect too.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Same thing. Yeah, iRobot was scary too.
It was really scary.
The robots were hyper rational.
Wasn't it all being controlled by a computer that humans created?
one computer.
Also,
Humans created all that.
Humans
Denzel
created.
Washington was in a movie like that. I just looked it up, and I don't think that I found the right one. But he had this movie where it was all artificial intelligence shit. I'm not here for the artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Make my video game, because now I play video games again.
What you play?
Right now I just play Assassin's Creed, you know, I keep it simple.
Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox One. Keep it simple. Got back into it to bond with my kids, believe it or not. I feel like video gaming is a good way to have conversations and to challenge them. Because now my son has been exposed as being a great winner, a shitty fucking loser. And so now we know what to work on. So I found a reason, not an excuse, I had no desire, but a reason to get back into gaming. And it's usually with my kids, though. But why say that? Oh, because that's the only place I want my artificial intelligence. I don't want it in my home.
Yeah.
I don't want it in my street lights.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it
In my
in
car.
none of that. None of that. Yeah,
Would you
do
buy a
automatic
Tesla?
stuff? I don't think so.
I want one.
I
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
a
lie.
car that
I want a
don't want a
Tesla.
self-driving car. Now, iRobot, it worked out great.
I kind of
But-
want a Tesla. I can't front.
I don't want it either.
Why would you want a car that drives itself?
Because it's down with the computer that
First of
can
all,
be hacked.
how you not going to go to sleep? You're going to be so fucking bored.
I mean, yeah. No, don't get me wrong.
And then that's how
I think more so
accident
if I'm in like a traffic jam or some shit. It's just like,
Exactly.
man, fuck this shit.
And
I'm
you go
not
to
going to
sleep.
sit here. and
Now
be
you're
working.
relying on a thing with no eyes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? A thing that isn't conscious.
I think I like that idea. And traffic jams, is what I'm saying, for having a self-driving car.
Yeah, I'm not here for it.
I don't know.
Because now I'm thinking about you and shit being hacked. I was
Definitely
watching something else.
Oh yeah, hack your car.
Hack your car
Hell
and
yeah.
just do all
Well, they can do
this
that
crazy
now.
shit. They can do it now.
They can do it right now.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, you got All Star in your
got
car?
computers in
Yeah.
them.
Right.
They
But
all
the
got
more
computers.
code you build, the more ways people got to get
Exactly.
into
Yeah.
your shit.
You
Because
want it
all
to
of this
have
is just codes.
limited access.
Mhm.
I don't want you to be able to really drive my freaking car.
Right.
Mhm.
Like, maybe you can turn it off. I'd rather you just turn it off. That's safer for me.
Lock my door or
Make
something
sure
like
I
that.
don't worry about
Drive
none of
the car.
that. Don't drive my car.
You got OnStar in your shit, they can drive it.
How? OnStar can't drive your car.
I don't know. I don't know the technicalities behind it, but I watch Joe Rogan podcast all the time, and there was this dude that came on there that knows the background of that industry, and he was saying if they wanted to, not saying that they would, if they wanted to,
Who the fuck is they? Oh, you said
It's
OnStar.
always the proverbial
OnStar,
they,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah. You saying OnStar was able to access your vehicle and drive it.
They can access it through like that OnStar system. Like you said, they can unlock your doors. They can do
Yeah, yeah.
certain things. They can also
They can
control
start
your
your
car.
car, yeah.
They can start your car. You
Yeah,
can do all
that's-
types of shit.
But how the fuck you push the gas? Let's say I don't know. I don't know about this.
I don't know the specifics, but it could be disproved easily.
I'm just thinking about
I don't have
OnStar
all
only.
the facts.
Other ways, yeah, sure.
But yeah, they can control. It's rumored that they can control your car now.
Well, so we're not here for over-connectivity.
Hell no.
No.
We agree.
No.
What's next?
No, not at all. Let's talk about this shit.
The Holy Grail. All right.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this is like it was just funny, the notion, but all right. So, dude on Twitter, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Said, let me get his direct quote, so I'm not.
Yeah, and I'll help with the setup.
He said, question to the, being a single black male with no kids, a good job in their own house, are we the grail? And do certain women deserve a shot at even being on our radar?
So can you say it again? Because I want to grab a couple
It
keywords.
says, being a single black man with no kids, a good job in his own house, are we the grail? And do certain women deserve a shot at even being on our radar? Sounds even sassier when I just read it the second time.
Yeah.
That shit sounded real sassy, did it? Like, bitch, you can't be on our radar. Real sassy.
I want to make sure I keep the same.
Didn't he know? Alright.
You first, Sean?
Please,
Yeah,
thank you.
Ladies first, go
So,
Please, yeah, thank you.
nigga, you are par. You're basic as fuck. I feel like just that statement, the things that you put in, all these external things, all these material things that without it, what else is there to you, makes you basic, motherfucker. You in the same realm for me, maybe a little bit lower than the motherfucker that might not have all of those things, but he's trying and his energy is crazy. His personality is
But
lit.
we live in a material world.
I dig that, but I am in it, but not the fuck of it, not over here. Like it doesn't.
So that's not the bar for you.
That's not the bar. And you, if you put yourself in a category with motherfuckers like you that got the same shit, then other things have to be questioned. Now we have to start judging you on other shit, but you're not. That's not who you're holding yourself up to.
Right.
You holding yourself up to niggas that you know got less than you.
Right.
In that category, no, you're not. No, you're not the holy gut. You might be subpar, fam, and that's facts to me.
So he don't even belong on your radar.
The whole thing was problematic for me. Like I wasn't here for it at all. At all. I feel like, yeah, you're not even measuring yourself to people that's worth being measured by in your realm.
So he walked you into his crib, like, I got my own crib, I got a good job. Bitch, how you gonna turn that down? What you talking about? What else he got?
No kids.
And I got no kids.
And then I feel like even further, I feel like you're not even thinking about women that's on your level or higher than your level. So you're just not setting the bar high for yourself at any level across any realm. You're saying this. I think it is. I don't know. I can only conceptualize about what went into this fucking thing, but I feel like they weren't looking at it from a lens where everybody was on level playing ground. You looked down the hill instead of up the hill.
Absolutely. You didn't even consider what was above you, because if you're competing in that realm, there's somebody that has a bigger house than you and still no kids, but
And that's where
more
you should
money
be looking.
and a better, you know what I mean?
Because
So,
that's the way you should be going.
I get it.
You're at base.
I think everybody wants something to feel good about themselves about.
Agreed.
And I think, well, you really just gave me a bunch of different thoughts, honestly, because I didn't take it from that angle.
He probably don't even eat pussy. Bitch, I'm the grill. What you talking about?
But yeah, I feel you. He didn't look at himself as the beast. He looked at himself somewhere above top, so he's looking down, saying that, you know, there's things below him. I'm just surprised that the no kid, I don't know how old he is, obviously. I'm just surprised that the no kid thing would be something that you would consider
the grill.
You know, yeah, something that would put you in the grill type of status. A house, even. He didn't say car. He didn't say car.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say car.
He didn't say car.
House, no kids. What else did he say?
He said,
Good
house,
job.
no kids, a good job.
Well, I hope you got a job. You got a house, or some sort of house. Or anyway, but I don't feel like none of that is. A lot of people have a job.
He doesn't.
Is it your house?
But that's what I'm saying.
It sounds like a bunch of
nothing-
basic shit.
It's basic, nigga.
Like,
I just was intrigued by the response more than anything because it's just like, nigga,
So-
you didn't say nothing special just now.
Yeah, it seems like
I feel
he
bad for you,
doesn't.
kinda.
That's not anything about he solely, but it just seems like he doesn't realize that that's not even.
That's not what it takes.
Yeah, that's not the big
what it
picture.
takes.
House is cool. I'm sure anybody, male or woman, a woman comes with a house, a job,
That's cool.
no kids, that's attractive. Whatever. That's
cool.
We're just talking. What he's just bringing out is just what's attractive.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that can be very much attractive. But for other people, it's not attractive. Maybe a woman who has a kid wants a guy with a kid so he can have...
Facts to understand my time.
he
It
can
doesn't work the
understand.
same.
He has a different perspective. Her kid is already however years old. He's already a dad, so she's not having to teach him. He's not having to learn on the fly. It's easy. It's not easier, but it's different when you're learning with the child as a baby because you're growing with the kid as a baby. You come in with somebody with a child that's 6. You got to jump up and be ready to parent a
Right.
6-year-old. You know what I mean? So he's not. I don't think he has a very small perspective. He kind of messed it up.
Yeah.
Once he called it the grail, he messed it up. He
Yeah.
could have laid that out and said, he could have laid out those same things and just been like,
It was all material.
doesn't this make me look attractive? Or are these guys the most attractive? Once you called it the grail, you put yourself on
Above
this upper
everybody.
echelon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
and that's how you make yourself
Like
look
you're a
national.
part of this huge minority, and
Yeah, and I
you're
don't know
not.
that
Actually.
you're not that big. I don't know that you're that big of a
And-
minority. I know a lot
yeah.
of guys that don't got no kids.
No kids have their own spot and have a good job.
Yeah,
I know
a
several.
lot of guys that do.
And I know some amazing men that have families with kids and a wife at home and a good job.
I know single dads who are catch. I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know.
it's a thing.
I know that there's a thing where women find men that are in parental roles more attractive than men that aren't
Absolutely.
because they can see the way he operates. Hence the reason why niggas that's married be like, yo, bitches be on me more than ever when they see I got a ring. I'm like, nigga, because you're what they want. They know you are willing to commit. I don't know. But to speak to him, yeah, first thing I looked at it was, this nigga probably is bitter about some bitches that ain't paying him the attention that he expects because he had all these things. Like,
Because that's the area he looked up in.
that's
like,
what you was
ooh,
thinking. Oh, when I get my house, my car, it's just like, meanwhile, this nigga's out here was 10 times less than you, getting way more chicks than you, and you trying to figure out why. Maybe they got something to offer outside of that. Maybe they are a good conversationalist. Maybe they're good people. Maybe they understand women a little bit better than you do. Maybe they understand life a little bit more than you do. I think there's a lot more that makes somebody the grail. You know what I mean? Like if I look at somebody, I'm not really looking at what they're worth, right? If I tell you, you know, I have some exquisite friends, it's not they're gonna walk in dressed exquisitely, that they're gonna have on a lot of jewelry or that they have a house and a car. No, I'll tell you he's a great, amazing person because that's what he is, a great human. Like outside of that, I really don't care what the fuck you got. So with that said, you reduce yourself to nothing in my eyes if
Yep.
you're just judging yourself based on material shit. And I don't think nobody's accepting that notion, Playboy. Try again. Sounded good though.
Let's even just take it apart a little further, unpack it. He messed up in so many ways, but once you said deserve, see, those type of words.
Words, period. Words.
That was a sassy.
Words trigger
like-
things. Words trigger things.
You gotta really choose your words
That's the sassy
wise.
side that she deserves.
To say deserve means it's another sense of entitlement. And Entitlement is often not attractive.
And you're talking to people who have big egos. That's the thing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
for
we
sure.
all have an ego. Like I have a huge ego.
I'm trying to keep the same energy.
I think
I'm
I'm
definitely
I'm-
upset to
I
you.
think I'm
You're
super
not
dope.
on my level.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do to get on my level. I want to be with somebody who's exactly
I just
on
think
my
I'm
level.
super
We're
dope.
in the same ballpark.
And any chick that ever turned me down, like, damn, bitch, too bad for you. Like, it's literally, it's how I justify things, how I roll. If you don't like it, cool, but I love me.
I love you.
Right.
Like, I just love me that
Right.
much. But outside of that, like, I'm not judging people based on you're not good enough or you're not worthy or because of some material shit. It's just, I don't know. He just seemed better.
I never knew that having
Yes,
a house would be a part of the. Because there's a lot of ways to live without having a house. So I'm
Right.
just wondering, when did the house become a piece? I remember I feel like car, at least since when I was a youngin', car was always a plus. Car was always a good thing. A living space outside of your parents' home was always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew we got to the stage where you had to have bought a house.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, but still, I don't.
But like you said, the question of whether
think that's
or not
what is my
chicks
selling
deserve
points
them,
were.
it's just like, you gotta ask yourself this question. Do you deserve them?
Exactly. Once you're talking to somebody like that, you really gotta. That's
You gotta ask
hard.
yourself that
That's,
question.
Hard is not the word. That's very judgmental. That's a very that tone.
A shot at being on our radar. That's what he said. Do they even deserve a shot at being on our radar?
It's condescending.
Deserve a shot at being on our radar. Should I even entertain this? Should I? Do I notice you?
Do you know
I mean,
some-
damn.
what's I don't know. Like, what's the gauge? Like, how do you equate somebody or measure somebody in terms of dealing with them? What's your determining factor? I mean, I know it's not material, but personality wise, I guess I'll say.
You know what's so crazy? I had a Facebook memory and it was a post where I just said all those qualities in. And thinking about it, I put none of the things that I put in your head anything to do with anything material. It wasn't like he has to have a car, he has to have a house or have no kids. It was all personality based, energy based, a good conversationalist, somebody that has a good sense of humor, somebody that can be reciprocal, somebody that can be appreciative, but that's a part of being reciprocal. A genuine person, an honest person, a good communicator, family man. I kind of need it at this point in my life. It's with I'm not fucking around out here anymore. If I'm not looking at these things, then you know you ain't to be kept. Like, that's just how it goes. But none of it was material shit. But again, that's at base for me, dog. I don't need to discuss it. It's already there. Like, certain things need to be in place for this to function properly.
I'm aligned. I'm very much in line with what you're saying. Like, it's when I'm saying be on my level, it's not money. It's none of that. It's if I'm already in my career or having this plan, you gotta at least have a plan. We gotta be. I don't necessarily need you making X K a year. I need you staying how you're going to be able to sustain yourself, how you're going to be able to contribute to this relationship. I mean, that's on my level. It's so many. It's not necessarily. Do you have a house? Do you have a car? Do you have a career right in this moment? How are you doing this? What's your next move? How are you thinking about things? Are our perspectives aligned? Like,
Right.
our growth chart, are we growing on the same type of arch? Are we going in that same type of direction? Are our goals aligned? Goals definitely don't have to be the same. Are they aligned? Those type of things. Like, fuck a house. Fuck no kids.
Because
and
you ain't gonna
whatever
really know
else.
who you with until you take all that shit away.
Exactly.
You don't know who you with
Exactly.
until you take everything that distracts us away. You gotta strip each other
You
naked.
gotta strip it all down.
I'm sorry. Gotta pick each other apart.
Get real bare bones. Like, that's
That's why you only find true love 2 or 3 times in your life. If you're lucky 3 times, but it's really 1 time. But you only experience that 1 time. Like, there's not that many people that have access to you in that way.
Right.
That you're gonna allow access to you in that way.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's scary, because like you allow
It's long,
people to have
yeah.
access to you in that way, and then I feel like in the best relationships we function as true mirrors to one another. Like, I'm gonna show you everything, even the shit you try to hide from yourself, but you like made this fancy mirror that hides all the shit. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. This is who you are. deal with what you need to deal with or accept what the fuck you need to accept. But that's
very
it.
much what you need in a partner. Somebody call you on your shit.
Absolutely.
I like that whole mirror thing. You gonna call me on my shit and you gonna highlight my good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it.
Because we all gotta deal with ourselves at the end of the day. Like, we all know when we on bullshit, and that's what I be trying to say. Like, even if you can defend yourself to the world, when you go home and you look in that mirror, you know, man, I was on some bullshit.
Yeah.
That shit is wrong.
Yeah, you might not know in the moment, but
Right.
you definitely gotta
You deal with yourself.
But the most disturbing people to me are people that don't realize it. Like, they don't know that it's
And that's why I
bullshit.
said that, because I know some people who are
I do.
like, I don't think you realize you on some bullshit.
Right.
But you gotta let,
you
but you
seem
gotta let
very
them be, though.
convicted.
You gotta let them be.
You gotta
There's
let
nothing
them.
you
You
can
gotta
do
leave
about
people.
it.
You gotta leave some people to it. I'm learning that like now. Like, yo, I just had reached through this shit too. But I had like this, like a test. It's just a test. You know what I mean? Like when people are just weighing on you in certain ways, it's just like it's just one test, and that exposes them to have to deal with them. You know what I mean? And that shit worked for me. I don't know if it's working for her right now, but at the same time,
So what's the sense? You don't share.
No, I can't really share it on one. I'll share it later.
Okay.
All right.
No, because then somebody listen to it, they'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's a test that you're doing to a person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
I need to hear it though.
Yeah.
It intrigues me.
But it's just like, it's just like essentially it's just like but it's in different forms, but you just gotta throw it out there. And then, like, basically like letting somebody hang themselves. It's just like, you know, I know now, I gotta leave you to it, I'm gonna let you deal with that, but I just can't let you bring that in my ethos, you know what I mean? But still, it's just like people be in their own psyche so much, they can deceive. Like, I read a book about it called Leadership and Self-Deception, where you're just in an argument with somebody and you're working so hard to kind of prove them wrong that you lose sight of what your point was in the first place. And then it's just like, you know, whatever point confirms whatever side of our argument goes, like we never really give a chance to really hear anything else. We're always looking for that justification. And I know people do that in their regular lives every day. We're looking to justify.
We all do it. There are some people that just take it to another level because we all do it. Like, everybody does it. You have to be justified in what you're doing before you even start to do the thing. So you got to go through this process in your head. And some stuff, and everything is yin and yang. So everything has good and bad in it. So some things might be fucked up that you got to justify, but the overall good of it is why you do it. Some people don't have that gauge to realize that there's something bad. Sociopaths, they just literally don't have it. They can't even think about it, like, at all. The concept of remorse is what makes somebody a sociopath in the absence of it, because remorse is and remorse is a lot of different things. It's what compels you. It's like you're weighing the pros and cons of a situation, but that's what remorse does. So you say, oh, the cons are too big, I'm not going to do it, or the pros outweigh them, so I want to go along with it. But if you are void of that, like you literally have no concept of it, and you just are going off of what you thought and what you want to do, you would be a fucked up person. Like, you would really be a fucked up person. Because we have really fucked up, crazy whims. Like, as regular people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just as people
like,
that are normal, quote unquote.
The thoughts that go through your head.
Oh yeah, your first thought is always wrong. My first thought is always wrong. I said this a while.
You did.
My
You
first
have
thought,
maintained that for as long
Yeah.
my first thought is always
Because many a
wrong.
times you're like, man, listen, if I would have done what I thought at first. He was like, you said it first. Ray would always say, I just said what he was thinking.
They used to go like
For
that all
me,
the time.
I finally got to a place where I'm where you at. Just take a second. Like, I just gotta tell myself, like, I visualize myself in my head doing this to myself. Take a second. Like, relax.
Process this shit for a second.
Think about this.
Do not go.
Everybody got
What type
that
of mask do you
internal.
want to put on? Because I gotta think about what mask I want to put on. You professional, you gangster, you nice, you happy dad. Like, I got all these different masks. How I want to play this. I gotta take a second.
This
I
guy
finally
think like-
understand. Because for a while it was just like, listen, motherfucker, and motherfucker will fly so
It
quick.
and come out natural. It's easy.
Everybody has that internal Kermit.
Of
Good
course.
Kermit, evil
I-
Kermit.
that-
That don't happen constantly.
That shit resonates with me
Constantly.
so
The
much.
hooded
though.
Kermit
Like
is
the
like-
dark, the dark Kermit resonates with me so much. But that was my dark Kermit. Like, that was like my spirit animal. It's just like, I used to be like, yo, yeah, you used to say this shit or do some shit, and I used to be like, yo, I was thinking it, I was feeling it, so I couldn't necessarily say you was wrong, but you shouldn't have did that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was just like more of
That's how it means. Like, I was thinking that. Here's why I didn't do it. Like, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, like, I ain't judging you, but it's just like, yeah.
It's the thing. So just on base, like we think about as normal, quote unquote, normal people, a sociopath thinks that times 10, but they don't have the thing that's blocking them from doing it. They don't have it. They don't have it, so they just go. They just do whatever the fuck they want to do. And they're always brilliant. Like always, they can do it repetitively because they're brilliant at what they do. But that's also because their minds are unhinged by certain things that our minds are naturally hinged, like just because of society and morals and shit like that, and remorse. Like all those things we're not. And all these things that we like have as barriers for what we do, you got to think that it's blocking some things from flowing. For the greater good, yes, but it's blocking some things.
That's another side of it. It's just like, you know, when you are kind of in that space of, I'll just call it being selfish. Because I don't not do shit because of me. It's just like, I don't want to put certain shit out because I don't want it to come back in that way. So I really have to live and be my full self and be comfortable with that. But you live or you just encounter a bunch of fucked up people that bring bullshit into your atmosphere and you just like, yo, how the fuck is this even in my ethos and this is not what I'm putting out to the world? Like I got to figure out how to, you know, filter this shit a little bit or create the barriers, and I don't know, it's just happened overnight, but it just feels like now it's finally happening. Like I'm starting to really feel the actual universe coming around because I'm like, yo, I'm trying to put out the right shit. Like, what's going on? Now it's happening.
Yeah.
A lot goes into that.
Relate to that so much, man. I mean, you remember the struggles of the summer? Just, you feel like you're putting out all the right energy and it's not being reciprocated. Karma's not working in your favor.
Or the way you want it to.
But the thing is, so when you think about it, you have to think about, so what's the purpose of putting out all this energy, right? Is it out of fear of the negative energy coming, or is it genuinely because you want that energy?
Because I love the person.
Why do we do good things?
Because I just love people. Literally.
I understand. I can't answer it right now.
Yeah. No, for me.
For me? For you.
Why do you do
good
things?
Like you got real uncomfortable.
No, I really had to think about it. I got to think about it.
We just asked you a crazy question last week.
No. I know. And I was like, oh, well, this is what happened.
What had happened? But
no, I have to think about it deeply because I think, but that's what I'm saying. Like all of these things, you really have to find out the trigger of it, because a lot of times people do certain things because of the fear of that other thing. But I'm speaking to this from an energy level, because out of that fear of that other thing, you don't even realize that you're thinking about that fear more than you're thinking about the good things to come. But that's how energy flows. So it's giving more attention to the thing that you're feeding.
For me, it's often not about fear, but it is often conscious of doing a good thing so that ultimately good things come back my way. For me, selfishness. A lot of things have to be based in selfishness for me to be motivated. Like, naturally, I'm not evil, but naturally, I'm an introvert and I don't give a fuck. Especially about somebody else's situation or somebody else. And so I have mastered finding selfish reasons for everything. Even if it's something as simple as it'll make me smile. Like, it makes me smile, then I feel good, then it makes somebody else smile, then I'll trace my own path and all that. Selfishness has been one of my key motivators. So I'm wondering from your perspective, because I have done a lot of good things and have found a selfish reason to do the good thing, is karma only half-assing it for me? Or, if I'm being honest, my life is great. But I'm saying, at times, is karma only half-assing it for me? Are things not coming around full circle, only giving me a 180 or some shit? Because, your true intentions were to benefit you in some way.
Only you know, and only you would know your true intention. So it depends on how you're looking at the karma too. I think, because whatever comes your way, is it out of something? Karma is out of something we did, right?
Sure.
So it's like if something comes your way.
I do think you can be affected by somebody else's karma.
The sins of our fathers, facts.
That was.
It's like, oh, well, deeply.
Way ahead of the curve on that one. There you go.
You an asshole.
No, but sometimes it's circumstantial. Like you just maybe you just caught the aftershock of some shit, or maybe you just caught the. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. But
I believe that too.
But it could be a bevy of things. I mean, the real reason I just do or what I feel is right in my heart is literally because I don't really have anything. I don't feel like anything is here for me. I feel like I'm renting space. I feel like, you know, for me to play my part in this world, I gotta continue to put. So I don't know. I'm trying to be selfish. Like I'm trying to learn how to care more about me than, you know, the big. I'm always big picture person. You know what I'm saying? But
all right, pause. You say you're always big picture person. Where are you at in this big picture?
So if I had to, like, basically, if I had to sacrifice my personal feelings in order for the group to get ahead, I would. Like my personal agenda.
Sure, I know.
To save the group, but.
I'm
within the picture,
I'm just challenge you.
Yeah, I know. Where am I at within the picture?
Yeah,
I think that's where I'm losing myself.
Are you moving forward with the group, or are you saying you're willing to sacrifice even you moving forward?
That's what I'm saying.
The group to move forward.
Like in war movies, when the nigga like, listen, I'm slowing y'all down. Leave me here, I'll die, and y'all go.
Don't leave me till we 100% sure.
I know, but seriously though.
But that's what you're working on.
Yeah, in those ways, like I do have to learn because self-preservation. I can't help nobody if I can't help myself.
Sure, absolutely.
So self-preservation is key.
Airplane,
and me actually having to adopt that mindset to say, no, fuck that. I put my feelings first in this situation, or fuck that. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because most times it just comes out. It'll come out in a way when I am being selfish, just like, oh, I don't care what you're doing. I'm doing this. So I don't really care how it affects the group, but this is what I want to do. I'm doing it. So it will come out, but it's not really like, I don't carry it that way. Like if there's any way I can help somebody, I'm just doing it. Like, yeah, it might take some time away from my day, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like that's my part, me playing my part though, in this whole, whatever this thing is, in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's just like I'm not really putting much stock into it coming back. I just felt like if everybody did their part, we wouldn't have shit to worry about.
I agree. I think that I'm more in line with that, like just like the big picture and Avatar and everybody plugging into the tree, you know.
Right.
But that's really my thought. Like everything is a movie. Everything is like related back to a movie. But that's where I am with it. I think that me doing good is not for the universe to run it back. It's a thought, obviously.
It's definitely a thought.
It's a thought. Yeah, it's a thought. But on a larger scale, it's because I feel like it's a part that I have to play. It's a part that everybody has to play, and not everybody's playing their part. So sometimes will I do a little more just because I feel like I gotta make it for all these motherfuckers that's not doing what the fuck they're supposed to do, and that's why we're off axis right now, kind of thing. It's rare, but
I look at it like
that's
a team,
the thing.
like a football. If one motherfucker don't do their job, then it fucks it up for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like, listen, I'm gonna do my job the best I fucking can, but in order for us to really succeed, nigga, you gotta step the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But certain motherfuckers like, look, just give me the ball, nigga. I need my yards. Like, or I need my touches, I need my receptions so I can get I need my interception so I can get this bonus at the end of the season. Like, fuck all y'all, yeah, we might lose every game, nigga, but I ran for 2,000 yards, so it is what it is. And it's just like, yeah, cool, but the whole team could have got a bonus had we made it to the fucking Super Bowl, my G.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes being out for yourself, that's what, yeah, you got yours, but nobody else got theirs.
I gotta think about the space we live in. Like, so I was listening to the news this morning. Apparently, 41% of Philadelphia is Black African American. Another 13 to 14% is some type of Hispanic. The rest is white. So Philadelphia is majority
Minority.
Black and brown. I say that to say, my first thought, based on what was just being said, was, why should I have a group mentality when, if more than 50% of the group don't give a fuck, trust me, I don't give a fuck. Really, if 25% of the group don't give a fuck, I'm not. I don't give a fuck. Because we, as you just said, we can't fully succeed unless 99.9% of us give a fuck. So that's where my mind originally goes. Why should I care? Why should you were willing to put yourself out there to balance the axis? Yeah, sure. I definitely see myself doing that from time to time. I don't know how often you would be willing to do it. It's not something I'm going to consistently be willing to do it. If I'm looking around me and nobody else is doing it. Here's an example. Big thing for me is litter. I hate seeing people throw trash out their car. It really grinds my gears. And so it's been one time I keep bags in my car, I tie them in a knot, and I'll hang it on my gear shift, use it as a trash bag. One time I threw it in somebody's car. I threw a bag in somebody's car because I just watched him throw something out the window. I said, yo, keep a bag in your car. Threw it in his car. That's not necessarily a nice thing to do. but
you felt like it was going around?
It was really pissing me off. It was pissing me off. And
hold on, this is
he wasn't the first.
Right there. This is what I love about Daryl, right? You see how he tries to do right, but he's so aggressive about doing right that it still come off wrong.
Yeah.
This is just like, yo, you pissing me the fuck off.
It's the yin and yang of it all, guys.
Of the good deed.
Like, nigga, keep the earth clean.
It really bothers me.
Bitch ass nigga.
It really fucking
Right.
bothers me. But I just said.
But it's like he's right, but he's wrong. Like,
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
Like, it's
We
just like
live in a city that is
you weren't wrong. I
majority
just
black
don't like
and
how you
brown.
said it to me.
We should really be using this as a test to see. Now I'm willing to care about this city because I know it's majority black and brown. So I want everybody black and brown to be successful, to thrive, and be successful and survive. So I can be aligned in that sense. But I'm thinking if I'm in another situation, again, where 25% is invested or 25% isn't invested. It all depends of how much I care about the thing, but
You just look
if
at
I'm
these
just
niggas
there,
that's just doing
yeah,
stupid shit.
I'm
You
not
like,
that
yo,
guy.
you
I'm the
fucking
guy
trash.
who was in the group of 4. When 2 people wasn't doing shit, motherfucker, we all will fail before I do everybody's work. Or trust me, I will go to the professor. I'm gonna get what I need to get. Fuck all y'all.
Right.
I was that guy. Everybody not on board.
So what did you learn
Not
when you was
caring
online, like
anymore.
when you was pledging?
That's a different thing.
I think that's
But
a good
it's
teacher
the
though.
number. It was the level of investment, like the whole group test thing or group project thing. If one person fucks us all over, we all fail. Except there's a but. You know, you could talk to a professor. There was ways around it.
You can work your way around it.
You could tell the professor the person not performing, get them kicked out the group. When I was online, there was no that. There's nobody's getting kicked off the group. You're invested not only in yourself and everybody you're standing next to or standing with. So that was just a different thing. You will carry somebody. That was aside from that, and really y'all 3. Only time I've been really willing to carry people, like I'll definitely go to bat, put my neck on the block. But other than that, for people who I don't think would do the same for me, I'm not really willing.
Sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know how far I'm willing
And
to
that's
go.
the world we live in. We don't know, like, it's just like, it's who, it's not what you're doing, it's who you're doing it for.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because again, you could have threw that bag at me, and I would have been like, bitch, don't throw bags at me, but I wouldn't have been mad at you. Because it's just like, at the same time, you was right. I should keep the fucking earth clean. Or not throw my trash out the fucking car. But at the same time, people aren't ready to receive those messages, especially if it's a hard message. Because you're telling them about them. Some shit they was comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Some people comfortable with bullshit.
People
But
are
often
clearly
they're
comfortable
not
with
like
bullshit.
thinking about future.
I'm
They're not
probably
thinking
comfortable with some bullshit.
big picture.
I'm probably comfortable with some bullshit. But yeah, people aren't thinking
It's
about
love.
They're not thinking about big picture at all. Like they're not thinking about the future. Like that keeping the earth clean shit, it's gonna affect the future in ways that we like can't even fucking imagine if it doesn't
Global
get better.
warming ain't on the mind.
It's a thing,
or the
but
trash
people
in the ocean ain't on the mind of niggas that live in the city.
exactly. It's just easier for
trash
them
in
to
the
think
ocean
about
type
it.
of thing. Did you watch Aquaman yet? No. Well, Aquaman, they wash up all the trash in the ocean back on the land. And that was just another play for it for me because it's something, again, I care about. I'm just like, yo, we are really destroying this space that we have.
Remember I got mad when they killed the alligator?
I mean, caught the alligator.
Remember, So when that little boy was at Disney and he was playing by the water.
Where they had
a sign that said alligators in the water, stay away. They let the kid
kill
play
like
in the
2 or
water.
3 alligators.
And they went in that water and killed every alligator that was in the water. And I'm just like, yo, this human thing for revenge, I get it, but that was the alligator's territory. Y'all obviously knew because y'all
That's
picked
how I
alligators
feel about
that said, don't
bugs.
play near the water because there's
If you're outside, I don't feel like we should be killing bugs.
Don't kill bugs. It's there.
When they come to my house, it's a different thing.
It's a different ballgame.
Bug man on me, he getting it.
I mean, it
I'll
depends on
shoot,
the
but a
bug.
persistent bug, you will die.
Yeah, you gotta die. You gotta die.
Listen, I'm not seeking to kill you, but if you're being a nuisance, you gotta die. Sorry. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact.
I mean, you can look at that for mice.
Alligators. That's really
Yeah, I remember that.
They killed all the alligators in the water, and I'm just like, all right, that's still number one. Still don't bring the
They
little
did
boy
find
back.
the body in one of them, though.
Yeah, they found pieces of the baby in one of the alligator's stomach. But at the same time, it's like, that still don't bring no reconciliation
Yeah,
for
why
that
do you
parent.
want that? Why did the parents wanted pieces of
I
their
want that
child?
arm and that leg back.
No. Like, what you want me to sit through an autopsy? We know how you died.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just that this thing where we can correct these things where there's no correction for it. It's nature, is what you call it. Survival of the fittest. He was in their environment. You know what I mean? And I feel bad for the parents, but
How we get there?
I don't know. These rabbit holes.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
What we were talking about was the dude that was we was talking about.
Yeah, I know where we started. I'm wondering.
And
how
we
fuck
got
we
on the
The
material.
rabbit. I mean, alligators eating
in
babies.
Florida,
Yep.
eating babies.
So we got. It'll take a lot for us to
We
really
can't
backtrack.
help it, but
Yeah.
we just talking about the universal order of things. I do
Yeah.
think that is an important conversation for us to have, though.
Damn.
That is crazy how far off we are.
It really don't make no sense. Because really the initial thing was the
Yeah,
Holy
we were
Grail
talking
shit.
A nigga saying he was a holy grail for women to babies getting ate in Florida.
And all the alligators died.
I'm
And
pro
how that's
alligator.
awful.
Have you ate alligator?
No.
I have. It's pretty good.
It is? Yeah, I've been thinking about trying different shit because it just is like,
The
I be
further I've
finding
gotten
my
away
face
from
and shit all the
the
time when somebody eating something different.
further away I've got
Like
from
frog
eating
legs.
meat, from eating the regular meat, I guess, beef and all that shit, pork, what we are usually consuming. Bison is good.
I had bison before.
Alligator's good. Python is good.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you went far.
Kangaroo.
I never had kangaroo.
Yeah, some kangaroo.
I would try kangaroo.
I don't want to try it.
I want to try venison. I never tried venison.
One of my coworkers hunts all the time, so she has venison on deck. Like she is like when I tried to find
wanna go hunt?
Mickey's.
I want to go hunting.
I'm
That's
down
what
for
I'm
it.
saying.
I'm down for it.
We should try to set up a trip for people that
I
are.
am so down.
Yeah,
I want to
get our
go.
license and just go.
I want to go with
And
the
eat what we
instructor.
can.
I want to act like I know shit. I want to be taught stuff. I really want to do it.
Let's just eat what we kill.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
that's the
skin
point.
it.
Like I would, if I just
Y'all
come
gonna
to
see
kill
me
it.
get heaved out? What's it called? Skeeved out. I don't like that shit, but I'm willing to do it.
I'm
I
willing
want
to
to
try.
do it.
Like the closest
I
I
want to
ever,
skin a deer or something. I want to do it.
closest I ever came was a fish.
Oh yeah, I've done fish.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
I've never gutted it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gutted a fish.
Crab? You ever got a
Definitely
crab live?
crab, yeah.
No, I'm talking about live. Like when they still live, take the shell off the back and gut them.
No, that's horrible, man.
Why do you
It's
do that?
alive, yeah.
Well, you put them on ice to shock them and do it that way. When you cook them, all the juices get inside and it's already flavored. You know, I really cook, so that's what I do. But you know, you freeze it, you shock it, it goes into like a, comatose state. Just
Sorry,
rip off
man.
the back shell.
Wow, so like
Clean it
we're
up.
off his back.
Huh?
Wow, it's still alive.
it's
We're just
little
fucked up.
I mean, put it
I
in
know
hot
we boiled
water.
lobster.
Yeah, boiling somebody alive is fucked up too. I think a quick death is a little easier for me. Give me a quick one.
Damn. I mean, I guess I haven't really thought about that.
I haven't either. I really honestly
You
haven't.
never heard a lobster scream? When you put
No.
them in the
I
water?
don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Lobsters scream, they squeal. When they put them in hot water. You should watch Food Network more.
I don't want to see that.
I mean, they're not highlighting the scream, but if you listen, you hear that motherfucker squealing when they put him in the water. Hot water.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
You ever thought about how
That's
we
why I
prepare
don't eat so much meat. But I do love me some crab, man.
crab? Yeah. Shit.
some butter and some garlic.
You think about how all this shit is pretty brutal.
It's all very brutal.
Be honest.
Damn.
That's the only justification for me for people having a plant-based diet, because the way that we produce food in this country is just like, there's so much carnage that's going along the way with us being able to consume it. Like, when I watch Animal Planet, I don't feel as bad for the fucking gazelle when you get caught by the lion, because I just like, you know, lion gotta eat.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing personal. But when you just in a farm and you watch a motherfucker just basically get fed and get fat for
It's
his
more
death.
like a slaughter than a hunt.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what I mean? So I
What's
do feel
the
like going out in the
animal,
wild.
or it might be all animals, but it can't know that it's about to die because it releases something into its body and it's going to like soil the meat. So I don't remember what animal it is, but like when I think about shit like that, it's just so bizarre to me. Like this, you can't eat the food. Like it releases something into itself, and people are just like, all right, well, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't know it's about to die. Like I still want to eat it. There's probably other shit you could eat, but you go through this like
This effort to shock and awe.
Right.
Thing can release.
like there's other things you
It's
can do.
horrible.
It's like you know this about this animal. You're just like, oh, I don't give a shit. I just obviously need to think of a way to do it without it being scared.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
You just petting him and then go right
Exactly.
I mean,
I guess whatever it takes to get that delicious.
was we talking about Charlotte's Web on the last episode? Or was that
We
somewhere
talked
else?
about Charlotte Web recently.
Yeah, I think we did.
That they slaughtered the pig or some shit like
They
that?
wound up not killing him, right?
Did
Didn't Babe not die?
He didn't die because he won his medal, and then
The
Charlotte died.
Right, the word, yeah. Charlotte
Charlotte
died. And Charlotte had babies.
Wilbur didn't
Oh,
die.
okay. Wilbur, what do I call him? Babe.
Wilbur.
Babe is another pig.
Yeah, it's another
Babe
bit.
is-
That's
yeah.
another bit.
Maybe Babe dies.
But I think it was about dying also.
You'll
being
never
turned
be
into
able to,
vegan.
no matter how many babes you make, you will never ever be able to motherfucking humanize a pig. People love bacon too much in this
Yo,
fucking country.
I was talking to some of my co-workers.
be able to humanize a pig.
A lot of
People
them,
like
I'm not exaggerating, a lot was a lot. It was a lot of them. Were consistent saying, yeah, you know, I fell back on eating meat too. Me and meat too. But I eat this, and this. I'm like, okay, because I will delve in some meat, food, this, and this. But yeah, I don't fuck with the pork no more. Yeah, I don't fuck with the pork no more. But I gotta eat my fucking pork bacon. wait.
You do eat
You just
pork.
said. You
Yeah.
just said, she's like, no, I don't need all that. I stopped eating chitlins. She started naming all that stuff. I just need my bake. She said something else and bacon. I said pork chops. She's like, no, not pork chops. Something. She might have said ham house. I can't remember.
Ham.
Wow.
Something else and bacon. I'm like, that's still pig. She's like, no, not really, because if you take the fat, and I was like, but it's
still
we really want to have a good 5-minute conversation about how you're saying you're not eating pig anymore, but you are still very much eating pig.
Eating
I already
pig.
confessed. Like, as much as I love pork bacon, I will not eat it.
It's
But at the
so
end of the day, that shit is the most delicious piece of fucking meat that you can have. That
It's so good.
and motherfucking pastrami,
Pastrami's not my favorite. I could do without pastrami.
bruh. That's my shit.
I could do without all lunch meats.
Yeah, I can do that lunch meat.
To each his own, like, you know.
I don't get lunch meats, honestly.
What do you
It's
mean?
like I've never been a sandwich person.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been a sandwich person. I don't get it. Never hoagies,
Like cool.
subs, whatever you want to call them. Never really been into it. Never. I would just get them for school trips. That was the only time I would have them.
Yeah, I'm not into them like that, but I do consume them. I only ever eat turkey, and I prefer like a turkey that looks like it's weird. Like it is. I don't get lunch meat.
Carved off the
Yeah,
turkey.
carved off the goddamn
Instead of
turkey.
Yeah.
This processed shit
No,
is
no,
weird.
that's right. You
to
gotta
me.
get the right
That
one.
You
different.
do.
You gotta get the right kind. Some of that shit is shaped and formed.
Yeah, like what did you do to what?
Yeah.
What is this liquid it's in? Like it's
Yeah.
not its natural
You don't,
juices.
like,
Like what's up?
You gotta know that it's non-processed. Is the there's a name for it. Like it's a certain way that they cure it, to where though it's not really like that process.
Smoke it,
Yeah,
all that type of shit.
But
I don't know.
yeah.
I just know it's not for me. Sandwiches are boring. First of all, I prefer hot food if I have to make a choice. Not even have
I
to.
agree.
If I have a choice, I prefer hot food.
Yeah.
Cold food is like, alright.
Cold meat.
Fruit
like
is
that.
fine. Yeah, definitely not cold meat. Fruit, yeah, of course. Veggies. Some veggies I prefer hot. Like I gotta have my onions grilled.
Yeah.
Or
I cannot eat a raw onion.
Raw onion is
I
not
cannot
for
do
me.
it. I even think something wrong with you if you can eat a raw
I mean, they put in a salad.
It's just, yeah.
I like raw onions.
I like my onions cooked.
They got to be sauteed, please.
Please, yes, with some olive oil.
Yeah, caramelize my onions a little bit, and then actually get that
Caramelized
sweetness.
onions are delicious.
You get that sweetness
really
out.
good.
You know what I mean? Caramelized red onion, shit. But if I smell a red onion, like a raw one, I'm turned off from the whole meal.
Yeah.
You
I
put
don't
that
think
shit
you
in
do
my,
that. Don't
you
do
put
that
that
to
shit
me.
in a salad or some shit like that, and I'll be done with the salad. Like a red onion is just for me, it's just like you disrespectful for not cooking.
Really?
Yes, it's that bad. Because it's the strongest
Do
onion
you want
flavor in the world.
You want a hot onion in your cold salad?
No, what I'm saying is
You
if
just don't want onions
Yeah, I
in
just
the
don't want
salad.
onions in it. Period.
Yeah. No
I
onions
can,
at all.
I can understand that.
Please no, no onions.
Yeah,
But
I don't really want my hot mixing with my cold.
Yeah.
Not in that way. Not a crisp cold salad and
Do y'all eat raw fish?
no. Oh, sushi. So yeah, I do.
No, yeah,
Mm-mm.
me either. I still can't jive with it.
I haven't had it in a while, but yeah, I do it.
I can't do it.
Fish eggs, I've done all that.
Jeez. Yeah, like the texture wise,
It's fancy.
it never jive. I remember one time me and Kylie went and had sushi.
Texture's
like,
not
oh.
a bad.
The texture of raw fish.
Texture's not really an issue for me. I don't know. Smells are a big issue for me.
Oh, it smells always an issue.
Textures have never really turned me off the food too much.
Textures are a big thing for me.
I don't like jello. Excuse me, not jelly.
Because of the texture.
Texture
Don't
wise,
do
it
much
just
for
throws
me.
me off. I don't like the fat off of meat. Like if you got like a piece of steak with a piece of fat on the end, I gotta trim all that shit.
Trimming after you cook it though, you want that fat to.
Yeah, you trim it afterwards, right? But like if I bite that shit and it got fat on it, like
It's
that
like
shit-
chewy and gummy.
I don't like the texture of bananas.
Really?
I don't like bananas. I don't like the smell of banana. I don't like it. I don't like banana flavored candy. Like some things I don't like.
I
but
think
I'll eat
banana
the
favorite
flavor.
family is a horrible idea.
Yeah, it was a horrible idea. It was dumb. But I don't like bananas at all. But I definitely don't like the texture. of
Bananas
it.
are delicious. What's wrong with the texture? I don't
It's
know
really
a texture
mushy.
of a banana.
It's like ice
So
cream.
you
It
want
doesn't
a
melt.
green, a firm banana.
No, I don't even want that. But I just don't like bananas.
Sour.
Like they're a little gross. I don't like bananas. I don't like bananas.
No,
I've
I've
never
never
had
had an issue with banana texture, but
I had to take potassium supplements when I was pregnant because I fucking hate bananas. Like I had to eat avocados instead of bananas because my potassium was fucked up. I was getting Charlie.
so you
horses,
don't
like,
mind
every
the
night.
texture of an avocado?
I think because I like the taste of avocado. I think the texture of a banana, but bananas is more grady. It's not the same. It's like a gradiness to it. But I think deeply about it because I don't like it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
You really put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
All these textures that I've never felt when I
So
eat a
you don't like
banana.
bananas and you can eat raw onions. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, like people are strange, man.
Yeah, everybody's strange. Everybody
I've heard
has their
stranger
things.
things. No, I've heard stranger things.
Everybody has their
Some
things,
people don't
man.
like celery. I eat celery.
I love celery.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I like the crack
Not
of
like
celery.
It doesn't taste like anything. What don't you like?
Yeah.
I don't
Celery's
get it.
cool.
I like celery.
I can have celery in my salad, but I can't have plain in my salad. Maybe like the
I
same
don't want
texture.
celery in my
I
salad.
don't like raw tomatoes.
I don't like raw tomatoes either.
I used to eat raw tomatoes.
I'm
I feel like it tastes like
shit like an
pure
apple.
dirt.
Yeah.
They
Was
just
you one of them
taste
niggas too?
Yeah.
like the earth.
Some nigga used to really walk down the street with
Eating
a
raw tomato.
salt shaker and a tomato.
Yeah, that's how
Put
my
salt in it.
grandmother
And I don't even
is.
need a bunch of salt on my tomato. Just-
That's not my grandma. I don't like it. Mm-mm. No.
So
Tastes
you
like
want it-
ground.
Ain't
You
for
want
me
it
either.
cooked?
It's too earthy.
I mean, no. I
You just don't want the tomato, period.
Yeah.
Unless
I'd
it's
rather
a
have it
sauce.
cooked.
Make it a sauce. You know what I'm saying? Make it a sauce.
I
Make
mean,
it
I
a
can
sauce.
handle
I
cooking.
mean, no, I can handle like in the Starbucks has this panini that has like tomatoes in it and it's like
I
grilled or
hate
whatever.
Starbucks food.
I love this panini. It's just not even. It's like cheese, basil, pesto, really dumb shit, but there's no meat in it. But it's so fucking good. Like the whole combination is amazing to me. But the tomato in that is fine because it's cooked.
Y'all like cilantro?
I love cilantro.
Can't stand cilantro.
I love it. I think the flavor is so
Cilantro, basil,
fresh. It
none of
just
that?
I like basil.
builds it
I
up.
don't like cilantro.
It makes everything seem fresh to me. I love cilantro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All those garnishes make things seem lively and
I can
fresh.
do parsley, oregano, basil. Can't do cilantro.
Just not cilantro.
Yeah,
Interesting.
ain't my thing.
Interesting. I'm for it all.
Mm.
All right, so this rabbit hole was a bit deep.
Because now we're on culinary skills.
Yeah, what?
What else are we talking about today? We got anything else?
Yeah, the oh fuck, what's it?
The girl that had to walk in the cold?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
There you go. That.
So what was it?
Who the
Chicago?
fuck did you?
Chicago? Where were they at? You remember?
I don't know. She was cold.
It was -18 degrees out. Remember that? So a cop makes a little girl, she was 17.
I don't know.
So I don't want to just wing this information. I'm getting a bunch of out of the nose. She definitely was 17 though. I'm pretty sure she was 17.
I don't want to
As
wing
I
this
just said,
information.
definitely. White cop posts shocking racist video mocking a young black woman as she walks home in the freezing -18-degree cold after he impounds her car with a message of what black girl magic looks like and saying, "Bye, Felicia." Now, I did see the video, and I sent the video to the group. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I saw it.
But how do we feel? What do we say? Do we care?
Oh man.
I care minimally. I'm sorry.
Minimally.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's fucked up. Next. That shit ain't right. What's on TV today?
No, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
It was kind of the next thing for me. It's like something else to be mad about.
To the social media site Snapchat.
Wait, bitch. All right.
You gotta go out and go back in again. You know them videos.
Take a close look at this video temporarily posted to the social media site Snapchat following a Detroit police traffic stop near Joy Road in Stout Tuesday night. In the cold. Listen closely as the officer makes condescending remarks towards an African-American girl he's instructed to walk home in the cold. We've confirmed she was pulled over for having expired license tabs. We showed this video to Ariel Moore, the young woman who was videotaped.
All
Bye, Felicia.
right. The bye Felicia is kind of funny.
I be knowing I have too much of a sense of humor here. That's why I didn't
You
say
gotta
nothing.
find a funny in anything that you can.
So
That's something I learned from Pleasure. Somebody was very clear in saying, yo, find something to laugh about as often as you can every night. And you gotta find something in all this bullshit. Man.
yeah.
This white cop named by Felicia.
Right.
It's hilarious. Can we laugh? Let's laugh. And then let's be outraged.
Look,
Well,
you
let's
not-
laugh.
Let's laugh. Damn.
Listen, I'm not above a good nigger joke. I'm not above certain
sadly,
shit
I'm not
that
either.
is kind of offensive to a lot of people being funny or being made and carried out in a way that's kind of funny. Like you gotta find humor, like you said, in certain bad situations. But making her walk home in the cold
-18 degrees. That's
it's a little bit
out of
fucked
pocket.
up, but she ain't had nobody come give her a ride real quick or something. I mean, I think the rules were that you gotta impound the car.
Yeah, no, it's not like he did. In my
Now-
mind, she was driving with her tags not right.
Yeah.
He did what he was supposed
But
to do.
he should have gave her the opportunity to call
Philly-
people's.
I
Philly
don't know if
take
they
your
still
shit.
do it no more, but they used to give you tokens.
No, they live. What?
They used to give you tokens when
I
they
don't
would
know.
live stop your car.
They live stocking you. You got to call somebody, fam.
Damn. I remember at one point they was giving you tokens, or maybe I'm thinking of something else, and I definitely remember one of my parents telling me keep tokens in your car.
Yeah, no, they ain't. Philly ain't doing all that. That's a Bob Felicia situation too. Walk your cold ass
18 degrees, I'll do you a courteous favor and take your ass somewhere.
Yeah.
-18 at 18 degrees.
At 18
I would
degrees,
do that
facts,
shit.
facts.
I'm going like,
Negative
listen, it's
18
a little
definitely.
cold out here, you know what I'm saying?
A
You want to
little
go
cold.
to ride to the 7-Eleven so you
I
can
don't
wait for the folks to
understand
pick
this
you
little
up.
cold shit. This past week, it's been fucking freezing. I'm not built for the cold. This I know about myself.
Yeah.
And
We
so
all-
I'm always a little bit more dramatic, I think, than the people around me. But I'm not for that shit.
Me either.
18 degrees, officer. Okay, I won't gotta go nowhere, but at least put me in the back, put the heat on. Like it's
Right.
18. I'm not built for this cold.
Let me sit in my car until.
At least until somebody come, right?
Yeah, I'm not
Fuck
really
that.
going. So, and maybe they had a heated exchange. Maybe she was cursing him out and shit like that. They had a
Why do you
argument.
post it to Snapchat?
That's
It's
where
supposed
he
to disappear.
fucked up.
But why do you record and put it on there? That's
Oh,
yeah,
internet
we fucked
period.
up.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Why would you put it on the internet?
People are weird. That was a stupid thing to do.
I just got into.
Just so
argument
happens that
with the other day.
this cop has a history of doing inappropriate things, though, and he was arrested and wound up just getting pushed down to a misdemeanor. I can't remember.
He got
what for.
arrested?
This cop was arrested not for
Oh,
this.
something
Before.
else. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this cop does have a little shady history, but still, in this
He
situation,
one of them cops. He got a reputation.
in this situation, I'm not outraged.
I didn't feel bad. I just was like, oh, they telling us what to care about again. I mean, I think there's like police of
I like
the world that's just going around like, oh, let's be mad about something. like Amanda Seale and people like that. It's just like,
Ooh,
you know,
watch her stand up. Did you watch it?
No, I don't have no energy for her. Like whatever she represents.
Shay? Are you
I
up to this?
Listen, I'm sorry.
I didn't know that, but I'm not.
Not about him, about Amanda Seale.
What? How he feels about her?
No, fuck how he feels. We'll go back to that. I want to know your energy on Amanda Seale.
I can take her or leave her. She's never really.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, she
thought
says
she would
things
be-
that I like, but I honestly don't pay her enough attention to really have an opinion.
So are you watching her stand up?
I want to watch it so I can formulate a educated opinion on her. But
I think I'm gonna watch it.
yeah, I want to get into it. I want to see what she's talking about.
I get what you're
Breakfast Club
saying
interview,
now,
she said
right?
a lot of interesting things that I enjoyed.
I like when she saying shit.
Yeah, I thought you might
Ooh,
be
they got me
around with her.
fucked up. Like I like those little videos, but that's it.
Interesting. I thought Shay would be on it and definitely more aware.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think you would have that energy, right?
Yeah,
I'm
that was
cool with her.
surprising.
I thought,
she alright.
But also, again, I haven't paid
but I hear
attention
you.
to her.
It is tiresome
It is. It's
dealing
exhausting.
with people and being exposed to people who are telling you what to be mad about. My timeline is more often now telling me what to be happy about, telling me what I should be focused on, telling me what my next steps need to be in line with, or rich dad, poor dad type of shit, all that type of stuff. I don't need nobody telling me about to be.
Don't get me wrong.
That's
We
why I
should be
can't be
made
on the
aware.
internet so much.
We should be made aware of what's happening.
Can't be
around
all
us.
this
Like, I think
negative energy.
situations.
You take that energy on.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do.
And you carry that shit throughout your day, and it just be like certain people. It's just like, yo, how are you sitting here every day waking up with a new problem?
Yeah.
Like, every day you find something else to be mad about.
Definitely.
They
And
let
now-
people enjoy taking
Who
issues
said
with
it?
things.
To be black and conscious in America
It's to be in a state of rage all the time.
rage
Was it?
all the
Was
time.
it?
It wasn't James
What-
Baldwin.
what-
That's what I was getting. That's who I was thinking.
It might have been. I
Was
don't
that
remember.
on Dare White People?
I don't know.
Yeah, they
That's
said
a
on
real
Dear
thing.
White People, but
Yeah,
it's been in a few things
Yeah.
because it's such a true statement.
And I get that. And
And
it's
so
just-
I'm saying you can be.
Yeah.
But why be?
Right. Like I'm subscribing to more so like the way Lil Duval move. It's just like everything don't make me mad, and I just really do be wanting to be happy about
Just
some
smile,
shit.
bitch.
And yeah, literally, like even when you are going through something, I heard Maya Angelou's had a conversation with Oprah, and I was listening to, and she was just like, yo, like when Oprah was telling her like I had a problem, like I had an issue, and Maya Angelou was like, say thank you, be thankful. She was like, thank you, like this shit happened, this bad shit. She was like, say thank you. And she was like,
and
she was like, you know, Oprah was like, all right, I said thank you. And she,
woman.
yes, but she was just like, yo, like, for everything you even go through, that's a learning experience. Like, if you have tomorrow, you get through that. Everything don't have to be looked at from a negative lens. It's really in how you interpret it. And that's kind of been like, I have to adopt that mindset. It's just like, I know
really
shit's gonna come.
So Maya Angelou has this book. It's called Letters to My Daughters. Maya Angelou only had a son, but in the book, there was this one thing she was talking about. It was an experience. She used to be a dancer, like a really great dancer, well-known dancer, and she went to Africa for some type of dance, something going on there, and they gave her coffee, and she drank the coffee, and she like tasted gulps of shit. Like it was like things in the coffee, and because she's in Africa and because she's in this foreign place, she threw up immediately. Like was so disgusted because she thought it was bugs because I'm in Africa. So later on, she's talking to like natives of the land, and they're like, they were just in conversation. They said, yeah, the people here put raisins in your coffee if they think highly of you, and it was just raisins. But your mind oftentimes like yes, that's just and it'll. Sometimes the world will check you and say you so fucking hype and dumb to be all in the negative, and it was just this, like, so now you have to deal with that, like, because that could be on a monumentous level that actually affects things. This was a small thing, but sometimes it'll take you to places you didn't even have to be just because your mind is so warped and so geared to look at the negative. So you're just gonna steer your life into that realm. Luckily it was something small for her, but it can easily do that.
Yeah, I've heard that story.
So yeah, that's with people like Amanda Seale.
Yeah.
But she was just a great
I'm
example of
definitely
that because like her comedy special is just like, yeah, I've seen like bits from it and stuff like that. But it's just sound like a bitch in rage. about a bunch of shit. Like, and it's just like, I don't care.
So here's, you know what's so crazy? Amanda Still, she used to be on Deaf Poetry, and I always it was like in the beginning of it was years ago. She was like a different person, but I literally hated her poetry. Like I would remember skipping her. Like, oh my god, this bitch again, not for it. Like I just couldn't. It always seemed so like, I don't know, so pretentious, and from this space of I'm the shit and everybody needs to adapt to the way that I view things. So I never listened to it. So, and I think I carry that with me with her now. She's, you just that girl from Deaf Poetry that used to think you was the shit and it would be dumb kind of thing.
Yeah.
No shade.
Yeah, no shade.
No shit at all.
I'm here for it. I want to watch it. I think I'm very much feel you. I like her though. I think she's entertaining, and that's where I start and where I stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's not my guru or anything.
No,
like
absolutely.
That. So like,
yeah.
But I remember her Breakfast
I
Club, and I
followed
remember
her
thinking I wanted to like
but that's
get
what it
into her a
was.
little bit more.
So when I watched her Breakfast Club interview, it seemed like she was hurt about something. You know how somebody seemed like no, seriously, like it's not like at the forefront. It's just like you're upset about something.
yes.
There's something going on in your life. Whatever, we're laughing, we're joking, because that's what they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they was laughing and joking, but it seemed like it was just more to it.
Why
You
so
know what I mean?
serious?
It's like the crying clown. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is a tragedy. Whereas it's like you gotta pretend to be happy, but you're hiding hurt. It's kind of deal with your hurt so that you can be happy.
Right.
And I don't know, I just felt that.
I feel you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But I'm not mad about that shit. I don't be mad about a lot of shit though.
Cause you just can't. You can't be mad about everything because then that energy will just like overtake your
I stopped
life.
watching the news.
No, not me.
I don't think you'll ever stop watching the news.
I like to know.
We actually need you to not stop watching. I mean, yeah, 'cause we don't watch the news. we need you.
I stopped watching the news, man. Yeah, maybe
What can I tell you about what happened in politics recently?
Yeah, man, we need you, dog.
Donald Trump was on
Definitely
CBS this morning.
politics.
Today.
Mhm.
You say he was what?
On CBS this morning today, talking about Nancy Pelosi. No,
Trump is
I'm
kinda
trying to
funny,
run
though.
through my head anything
Like,
not really popped
yeah.
off. February 15th is the deadline to come up with a bill to finance that.
That wall thing?
No, fuck the wall. Not the fuck the wall. But after February 15th, government no longer will have the money for those same TSA workers, all those people that were furloughed and all that. And so if they don't come up with a bill by the 15th or on the 15th, then those 800,000 people and families are back in the same situation they were in. What, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago? Anything else? No? Yeah.
Taxes.
They talking about bombs.
No, that's.
Russia and
I was
America.
about to say we need to talk about that.
Russia and America back, I don't remember if it was the Cold War. I can't remember what war, but they made an agreement to not make
Nuclear
a certain
bomb?
type of missile. Nuclear bombs is another one, but to not make a certain type of missile, basically an intercontinental type of missile. And America says that Russia's been violating it for years. They gave them 60 days to say that they're not going to do it and dismantle everything. Russia said, fuck it. Y'all not going to tell us what to do, and we're going to pull out too. And so, there we are.
Fuck y'all
That reminds me
sanctions.
of
And Russia's saying that they're making more bombs.
Huh?
That reminds me of it.
We'll see what happens.
Have y'all ever seen Arrival?
No.
but I know what you're talking
I
about.
saw the, I can see the poster
can picture
for it
the
right
cover
now.
art.
Right.
It's not Morgan Freeman. What's his name? Forrest Whitaker. And I don't
Shit on
remember
Netflix.
the lady's name.
White girl, yeah.
Yeah. But
She's like a
so
linguist or
at some
something.
point, yeah, she's a linguist because these alien pods, they land in 12 places. And they just linger there though. They're like literally hovering above the earth, but they're not doing anything. They're not trying to communicate in any way, and they allow humans to come onto the pods. And in the pods, they're trying to communicate, but we don't even have the fucking manpower, like mind power to figure out what they're saying. So, but they have to bring in people to figure it out. So it's a linguist, it's a scientist, it's a mathematician. Because they don't, it's patterns to it, so they have to like really figure it out. But at one point, everybody's now doing this around the world because they landed in like China, like certain places. So but now everybody has to communicate because this is a threat like nothing we've ever fucking seen. It's not like a country against another country. This is like some shit that like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Even trying to figure out if it is a versus type of thing or like what's really happening.
Mm-hmm.
But at one point, one country like disagreed with something, so they go offline. And everybody else is like, they're probably plotting with them to like take us over. So everybody goes the fuck offline in the face of an alien fucking invasion, like something we've never even thought about, but it happens because one person didn't like something that somebody else said, and that's war. I mean, in a nutshell. But it was just crazy to me but that's just like a progression of what we do already, but at another level.
Wow.
Interesting. Really interesting.
Arrival. You be up on all the fucking Netflix movies. Or not just Netflix, but just a bunch of movies, period. Like, I be trying to catch up.
It's mostly sci-fi shit. I'm a sci-fi
I be trying to keep
person.
up with you, but you be in another fucking galaxy sometimes. Y'all talk about it. I watch movies all the time. That shit be... Yeah, I gotta watch.
It's just mainly sci-fi shit. But I like it because it does those things. Like, it pushes, like, the limits of, like, what's already here. Just taking it to another level.
Oh, I ain't tell you I tried to watch Star Wars. Couldn't do it. I tried. I could not. Y'all both at the same
do or
time.
do not, there is no try.
I tried my damnedest to watch Star Wars. I literally was sitting there.
All right,
can't do it.
walk me through it. What did you start?
So first I went to episode 3, which was the first one.
Okay, yes, New Hope.
And then I said, fuck that. I was 10 minutes into it. It's too outdated. Yeah, it was too outdated. I couldn't do it. So I went back and watched the one that came out in 99. It was episode 1. Mm-hmm. I watched that. It looked better. You know what I'm saying? I was into it a little bit, but yeah, I got lost again. I just was like, no, I just can't do it. So I promised myself I was gonna watch it. But I was just like, I got probably halfway through that one and was like done with it.
Wow.
Just turn something else on. Yeah, it literally does not jive with me. Like, I don't know why, but science fiction is just sci-fi shit for me. Just be like,
3 was actually like probably one of the ones I was just like, oh shit. Especially because I watched it in order. Like, I didn't go the join.
What you mean you didn't go 1?
I didn't. I started at the beginning.
She watched it as release date instead of watching it title order.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
That's how I watched it, release date.
You like onions and don't like bananas. You know what I'm saying? It's just like certain shit we just have job with in the same ways.
Damn.
No, when you said try, I was triggered. Like, what?
I know.
You tried.
Both y'all hands.
If you
is
watch
I really-
Star
I was
Wars, you
like,
understand that there is no try. It's do or do not. Yoda tells you this. Yoda is our master.
He is.
Grand Master Yoda.
No.
I mean, there's so many lessons.
I did.
Right.
I turned it on, better yet. How about that?
Right, cause let's get real. You said 10 minutes for one
And
half for another one. So
You weren't even fully giving it your attention, probably.
an hour.
Because I wanted to watch the joint with Han Solo joint, the one that got Childish Gambino in it. And I was like, yeah, I want to watch that joint. I was like,
You can watch it as a standalone.
I can watch it as a standalone. Because I was like, I ain't got the context, the characters. I
mean, you won't know the galaxy, but you can watch it as a standalone movie because it doesn't. You won't be hurt.
So maybe I'll give that a chance.
Why does the quality of 3? Because it's gonna be 3, 5, and 6. 3, 4, and 5. They're gonna have that same type of quality.
Yeah,
No, it'll be 4, 5, and 6.
You know, because
3 wasn't. It was 4.
3 is still.
Yeah, that's the first. It's 4.
Yeah, they go in trilogies, so it'll be 4, 5, 6.
If you watch 3, you watch it at a really weird place.
Yeah, you watch 3.
No,
that means...
I started. It was the oldest one, like it said 1972. I
So
watched it
So
on
then
Cody.
that's not 3, that's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, I watched it on Cody.
So,
But yeah,
why can't you? Because now you're saying you're not going to be able to watch any movies from the 70s or 80s.
no,
Right?
No, I love
Right,
movies.
exactly.
I like
So what's
Rocky
wrong with the
and
quality?
Matt
And
shit like
actually, if you think about it, right, for its time, that movie's advanced.
that. Yeah, I know.
Like,
That was the best. They
movie.
had state of the art technology and shit. It just was. you know what I mean, for this time than watching
Even
science
CGI
fiction
and
shit.
shit.
Yeah, like it's just like, you know. But like I
Yes.
said, I'll I'm gonna get back to it.
Forever
I
Rock
tried.
puppets work for me.
Huh?
I said Forever Rock puppets work for me. I'll take it as long as the story's good, art matters.
Yeah.
Art really does.
But I take in consideration the time period of the creation.
Yeah, and I'll give them that. Like I watched an old movie not so long ago, fucking Ghostbusters and shit.
Yeah, there we go.
And it was hilarious at the way the technology was back then. Like they just sitting there with these, and they got this bullshit ass graphic with the nut ass ghost. But yeah,
I mean,
I watched The Mask the other day. Same shit.
I thought about watching The Mask.
The Mask is really the shit though.
It really was. My dad took us to the movies to see that.
Yeah, The Mask was really the shit.
It was good.
All right, y'all. What else?
No, I think that was it. You know, Super Bowl Sunday. You know what I mean?
Everybody's watching.
Fly Eagles fly.
Possibly me.
Until at least 10 o'clock.
And
and then somebody else will be crowned, you know what I mean? But right now, we still king of the motherfucking hill.
All right, real quick. Picks.
I'm taking the
Who's
Rams.
winning? Rams.
Are you really asking me?
I am.
Literally. Rams.
Patriots or the Rams?
Rams.
Rams.
So, Ray, no disrespect, Shay, but based on the face you just gave me,
It doesn't really matter.
Whatever.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
ask
go right
you-
to right.
I'm just
I mean,
gonna
I
ask your point.
tried to oblige you, but
how do we feel about the Patriots being in, this is the 9th or 10th
Ninth.
Super Bowl? 9th. Okay.
9.
Opportunity to win 6.
Yes.
First time for any head coach or quarterback. And what was his son else about
They
Tom
played in
Brady?
17% of the Super Bowls of all time.
Wow, I didn't hear that one. But Tom Brady has played at least 2 full seasons of football based on just the playoffs. An additional 2 full seasons.
That's crazy.
How do we feel? Are we haters? Are you a hater?
No, I'm not a hater, actually.
Of the Patriots.
I don't hate the Patriots. I don't even... Game recognized game. Y'all some winning motherfuckers. This is basically bottom line. Y'all some winning motherfuckers. I'm not a fan, but I gotta respect Tom Brady. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. I gotta respect Bill Belichick. You don't do it that consistently for that long without being great. It's not common for somebody to get the NBA. 2 people can have the impact on a game, and you can say, all right, they're going to the championship. Like, you can have 2 players. It's too many things that got to go right in football in order for you to get there every time. So for Tom Brady to be able to do that with the pieces that he's had to do it with, outside of Gronk, he had Randy Moss for a season and they lost the Super Bowl. So outside of Gronk, never really had a prime time outside threat, and to be able to do it because the way they run their offense, you look at it, it's like a bunch of 5-yard fucking plays up there, but they do that shit. And then, not to mention, this nigga got how many game-winning drives in the fucking Super Bowl? Like, with a minute left, this nigga drives down the field, and it's a bucket every time. Like, we was sweating bullets. We had to put up 41 points in order to beat the motherfuckers.
That's true.
That shit was not no walk in the park. So, I gotta salute him. No, I'm not a fan, but god damn, he's good. And his wife is fucking gorgeous. So he's winning.
Giselle is attractive?
Y'all love
you
Giselle.
think Giselle?
You don't like Giselle?
I don't.
Shit.
I don't
She's
see
B12.
the attractiveness in her at all.
Yeah.
The physical attractiveness, I should say.
Yeah. Alright. Going out there.
Bitch, Shay, you know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
even
about?
know who the fuck y'all
She
talking
bad.
about.
I mean, she not thick. She bad than a motherfucker though. She Brazilian
That
joint.
name come right up. God damn, she's popping.
Yeah, Giselle is fucking gorgeous. I don't know no other way to put it.
What is gorgeous
See
about
this
her?
woman.
Yeah. Alright, this is the one. I don't know. This is her website, and nothing's moving, nothing's happening. Alright.
And she's a competitor too.
A competitor of what?
You didn't hear her cursing out the receivers when they lost the Super Bowl to the Giants?
Who's talking about? No. Wait. Cursing out people makes her a competitor?
No, I'm just saying she talking shit.
Wait, what? Now she's looking. She's definitely not ugly or nothing like that.
Same when you guys talked about Ted Bundy. Like, she's a basic white woman.
Thank you.
She's the base level.
Hold on.
Basic face.
She's at base level, guys. It's no
Ted Bundy
upgrades with
is
it.
not some super attractive guy. He has a basic face.
No,
he
he-
can't
oh, definitely
understand why
supposed to
people
talk
kept
about
calling him
Ted
attractive.
But
Ted Bundy's
Talk
for
about
next week because we're
episode.
gonna finish it.
Yeah. I think Giselle's
What?
kind of bad.
Look at this. Is this hot? Is this hot?
Like-
And I'm not trying to diss her.
No,
Listen,
she
I'm
doesn't
just trying
look
to prove the
bad.
point.
It's not
But
good.
she's-
It's not really.
She's the base model. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
Again, not unattractive, just
No, just the base model.
woman.
That's it.
just
I
a
like.
woman.
That's it.
But what else?
Kind of cute.
Yeah.
Digging her feet.
Yeah, I'm not a hater either, man. I
Absolutely.
low key am envious and just respect the mastery of
Hold
the
on, you
craft.
just said I'm not a hater. I'm low key envious.
Yeah,
Why you hate?
that's impressive.
Oh, it is.
9 years. I mean, 9 times in what 17, however many years.
He been
That's impressive.
NFL since 2001.
Especially given that
18
what you just said is very much a team sport. You cannot win just having 1, 2, or even 5 good people. You gotta have a team. So it's impressive to see how he's worked with people who have not shined anywhere else, and who you see working with Tom Brady seem to shine. It's
And
It's
not to be
incredible.
racial, but this nigga doing it with white receivers. Chris fucking Hogan, Julian Edelman.
yeah.
Like, these guys are nobody. When they, like you said, they go to other teams and be second
Man, really
players.
at best.
But he does it. Like, he got these guys putting up points, and they are a bucket every time. And he makes that shit look easy. I mean, Gronk is a freak of nature, though.
Super Bowl will probably be on, but I'll probably also be doing something else at the same
Right,
time.
right.
I just want to, I just want to eat, get drunk, watch the game. Like, it's literally that simple for me. It's not even, but
No parties, nobody doing nothing special.
they giving my nephew today. My nephew's birthday, so they giving my nephew a little birthday. Well, tomorrow's his birthday, but they give him a little birthday party. He wanted to have a Super Bowl party, so I'm gonna go up there.
All right, anything else?
No, we can talk about Ted Bundy after y'all finish.
Yeah, I gotta
next
finish.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yep.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Rants and Tangents Podcast. Remember, the word oxymoron is another stuff for oxymoron. Oxy meaning sharp and moron meaning dull. We thank you for your time for tuning in. Podcast will no longer be streaming on Facebook Live. We are now exclusive on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Please check us out. And once again, thank you for tuning in. 2 fingers like a player. Peace.
Peace.